Okay, Don Vickers, women's football, girls football, the BFA has started an initiative to sort of get it going on a local base, and we know the success that the girls have had internationally. But what is the mandate and what is the aim and goal of the girls football that you're planning to put on in the coming weeks?
That's a great question. You say, what is the mandate? I think part of this process is actually creating that mandate, developing the structure so we can have a ongoing, thriving women's and girls program, so we can have even better national teams. So we think about the success of this past summer with the U20s having competitive games with Jamaica's under 20. You think about this dynamics, population size, how we see able to compete. You look at the U17 group that's advanced to the CONCACAF qualifiers, final group, stages, but without any girls leagues. So how do we then grow upon that? We've had a great summer for women, so now how do we increase that structure and then put that mandate in place where clubs, have some incentives to provide girls programs, or schools as well.
Do you think the buzz is still about from the U17s and the U20s success throughout the summer for this to actually get off the ground and be what you guys wanted to be a success?
I think the buzz is there. People are talking about it. From the initial promotion that we have started, we've begun emails. When do we start? But the biggest question is, can we trust this initiative? Is this something that's going to be around not just when you are going, Mr. Vickers, or whoever else, Mr. Lowe, but is this something that the Bermuda Football Association is serious about promoting? And I guess that's the piece where we have to develop the structures that can allow for a sustainable growth for the girls' game, because we once had girls football, and then it broke down, and perhaps it was spearheaded by a few. But we need to put the structures in place so it isn't about the few who do it, it's about the actual process. And then we will be able to maintain it, because everyone can keep coming in and play a role and build upon it, and to continue to develop the sport.
Who are some of the coaches that will be involved? Obviously, we've seen the success of the U20s and through some of the few hardworking people that have dedicated much time and energy to women's football. But who are some of the people that will be involved that will be getting these girls into the basic playing format and moving forward?
The great thing about this initiative is actually that the BFA has gone outside the BFA. So what we've done is create a working group with individuals from BHS Football Club, Work Academy Football Club, B Pro, ABC schools, to form a group that's coming together to develop this structure. And the BFA's job as a national governing body is to support this as much as possible. So what can we do as the entity that governs football to support this group who have their skin in the game, who have their ideas, who have been doing it? They have filled the void for the past 2-3 years. So how do we then support them and bring other participants into this process and make it more collaborative versus being authoritative? So that is how we are going to look to do it. Within those programs, they are providing coaches, so at least 1 or 2 coaches each time we have our training sessions on Tuesday night starting next week. And then from there, the National Academy is also going to look to provide coaches as well. So we're looking to develop a structure that isn't just about the Bermuda Football Association, but it's about the community at large.
You represent BHS football, but also part of the working group that's going to try to put this all together. Your thoughts on why this came about? You say you're one of the founders, so how did this come about, and how do we get to this point leading into the start of it next Tuesday?
Right. Well, really what starts next Tuesday is building on, like most things, it sort of gradually builds. And it's building on what we've been working on over the last 2 or 3 years. We've had a successful but small league. Last year, we introduced the first all-girls football cup. We had like 70 girls down playing football, 2 age groups, they love it. And this year what's been great is that the BFA, as Don was explaining, approached us and said, what are you guys doing and how can we help? And I think that that's a little bit different this time. So we've got the 4 programs that have active girls, specific programs, engaged, collaborating, working together for the first time. And I think, that's the difference this time.
How, obviously you guys all have your own way of doing things. How do you think this all works coming together under the Bermuda Football Association and this collaborative agreement?
Well, I think really if we know each other. We've been playing against each other for a while. We've gotten to know each other. And really with the girls, we focus a lot on the technical development and the technical skills of the girls. And then by doing that, we can then develop the teamwork from that. And then so with this program, the idea is that girls who aren't, everybody's invited, right? It's open. So if you're on a club, you can come down and play. But if you're not on a club, you can come down and play. And we will get the girls who are not presently playing with the team into new teams, so that we have new teams in a bigger league and more and better competition. So we've been discussing it all summer. We've had a number of meetings. We're all on the same page. I think we know where we want to go. And David at B-Pro, David Bascom, he's been running a girls program for a long time. Cal Blankendale from BBFS has been working with BHS for 4 or 5 years now, helping our volunteer coaches develop their skills and make sure that our program has a consistency and a development path to it. So we've been at it for a while, and I think we're looking forward to working together.
How much of the success over the summer with the U20s and U17s stoked that fire for the clubs to kind of come together and give the girls more structure collectively?
Well, I think always ultimately for Bermuda, we want to have the strongest team possible. And I think that seeing our girls do well already, and knowing that a number of the girls who are playing league and club football are not involved in that program and could be, and that there are a number of girls. We were down at the school competition yesterday, and for instance, Harrington Sound won the primary division, and they've got a bunch of good players. And you could see it. These girls know how to play football, and making sure that they have this path to join the national program and play consistently on a regular basis against other girls can only help.